Hello and welcome back to my channel. So this is day 2 now of my Lords Mobile journey. So let's get into the game. To be honest, I haven't done much since yesterday. Had quite a busy day, work and other things. So I haven't really done an awful lot in the time and space since yesterday's video to today's. So you notice all the buildings now are a very similar level. Let's just collect that quickly. Okay, today I'm going to move on to the other buildings over here and go through these a little bit and show you what these are about and build them and explain them a little bit. I think that's probably a good idea. As you'll see, if I try and upgrade any further now, I need to build one of these items anyway to be able to do that. So I can start doing that. I'm just going to train a few more troops just so there I have some. So obviously if I try and upgrade the wall, it's going to want me to build a workshop. So if I go into the workshop here and a bit of information about the workshop. So this is where you can forge items, gear, which will be very useful throughout the game. So I'm just going to build that. So it shows you here the workshop allows you to forge equipment that may grant a variety of boosts for your heroes and even your turf. You need materials to forge equipment. Let's gather the materials. So obviously you can get materials quite a number of ways. By clearing admin and guild quests, you can get them from resources and buying packs and all other killing monsters. There's a whole host of ways to get equipment, and I'll go through that in a separate vlog, and I'll explain all the equipment, the different types. As obviously I want to keep this, I don't want to keep these videos too long, so to go into detail, it'd be easier to do separately. Basically this is your cabinet and this is the gear that you can use, and different gear gives you different boosts. So you can see this one here gives me 1% construction speed, 1% ranged attack, and there is a lot of gear that you can collect. Like I say, it'd be easier to go through it at a different time. So I'm just going to upgrade this building as much as I can for the minute, try and get it up to the others. So the first sort of 4 or 5 are going to be near enough free to upgrade before I start needing helps. There you are, now I need help. And that helps. Once I get some help, I should bring it down and go free, which would allow me to move on. So there we go. So I'm just waiting on some more helps. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a speed up. So you see I've built up some speed ups already. I've got 566 1 minutes, 63 3 minutes, 106 5 minutes, and so on. And these will build up as you play. It's quite a good idea to save these because it does come in handy later on. You can save all your speed ups and stuff for things like there's events like Guildfest that they run, and all these items come in handy for that. You can use them all together to earn points basically. So I'm going to also use a few speed ups just to get the building done so that I can move on to the next one. So now I'm going to build an academy. The academy is very important in the game. You have to have it. And what the academy allows you to do is research. So there's a lot of different research that you can do, and a lot of people will have a lot of different opinions on research. So it wants me to start with military. So basically you're researching stuff that's going to help and be beneficial throughout the game. So it does, it does prompt you, it does talk you through. I'm just going to do that for free so I can get back in there and show you. So here we've got economy, defense, military, monster hunt. You will get more researchers as the game goes on. Economy is good for things like construction speed and your resource harvesting. And obviously different things, depending on what level you get them, are going to give you different boosts. So the construction speed you can see here, if I get it to level 10, it's going to give me 70% boost. And then same with food harvesting, obviously that's going to give me 80% food production rate. In defense, this is going to give you a whole host of defense stuff. Now defense isn't massively important in this game. This is probably one of the researches you don't want to touch very much. It really isn't very useful. Your wall and your wall HP does not last very long if you're attacked. It gets knocked down very easily. Having traps and having a high wall is not really going to do you any favors. Some people do build trap accounts, wall accounts, but at this stage in the game, while you're learning, I'd say leave defense alone. You're not really going to need it. There's much more beneficial things you can be using, like military. So you've got your training speed, your intelligence report, so when you're trying to scout another player's castle, and then obviously the higher up in level you go, the more information you're going to gain from someone's castle. And then you've got your attack stacks like infantry offense. So you see here you get up to 135% infantry attack just by researching that to level 10. Obviously these researches will unlock the higher, the more you do and the higher you get. So you want to start working on this military tree because you'll be able to unlock higher tier troops as you go through. So as you can see here, you've got gladiators, which are your tier 2 troops, and a bit further down you've got your royal guards, which are your tier 3 troops, and then down to your heroic fighters, which are your tier 4 troops. So obviously the more research you do, the more you're going to unlock in the game, the higher troop level you're going to unlock. So this is a really beneficial tree. At the very bottom you've got things like 10% army battle fury. These are all helpful, and you'll get to these later on in the game. At the moment, it's you just want to start focusing at the top and start researching down. Research all of this tree as much as you can. The same as Monster Hunt. This is another really beneficial tree to research. As soon as you start researching this tree, you'll be able to start hitting monsters in the game. Monsters give you drops, so you get a lot of different items from a monster. Sometimes you can get stuff to upgrade gear, and gear you need to fight, gear you need for research, and gear you need for everything. So you get boosts from gear, which I'll explain more. So military and Monster Hunt, really good ones to research. Economy you do need to do because you won't be able to finish some of your buildings later on without finishing this tree. So I would say leave defense, research the other three just for now. The others you need are trading post, so build one of these. The trading post allows you to send resources to another player and receive resources yourself. So you'll see your total tax, total resources. It will tax you on resources you send, but of course the higher level your trading post is, the lower the tax is, so it ends up going down to 8%, and you can send 3 million at a time at level 25. So that's a useful building. Next is the battle hall, but we can't do that until we've got an embassy. Let's build an embassy. So the embassy allows you to deploy or hold allied troops. So you need an embassy so that you can deploy troops to another castle or hold troops from someone else. At the moment it's only a maximum 5,000. As you level it up, you'll be able to hold a maximum of 1 million troops at level 25. So this just allows you to send troops to another castle to keep them safe, or someone might send troops to you to keep them safe, so long as you're under a shield. If you're not under a shield and someone sends you troops, and obviously they'll both be hit. And then now we'll go to the battle hall, which requirements are not met. Okay, so this is one of the buildings that you need gems to buy. So you need tomes. To get tomes, you have to use gems to level this building up. As you can see at the moment, level 1 only requires 1 tome. You'd need to buy that with gems. That will allow you to build it. The higher the level of the building, the more tomes you're going to need, so the more gems you're going to need to spend. This is why I said it's important to keep your gems if you're not spending money in game on packs, as the gems will be crucial to upgrade these buildings. And these buildings are important because without this, you're not going to be able to join. You're not going to be able to run Darkness, which is something that you can do as a guild. You can rally to get essence, which I think I showed you can just in here. You get essences and then you can open them after a certain amount of time and they give you items. So that's the other building, and I'll just show you. You can join rally, assist your alloys. So if someone's rallying another castle, you're going to be able to help with the battle hall. So you can see here, level 1 you can send 20,000 troops. Level 25 you'll be able to send, I think you'll be able to receive 2 million at level 25. And obviously at level 25 you get a 10% army attack as well. So once you've done that, you can get a prison. No, not yet. So these are the main buildings for the time being. Don't worry about the battle hall too much at this stage. You're not going to need it until you start getting higher tier troops. It's not really going to be worth it. Don't save them gems. Don't worry about building that building just yet. The academy is going to be really important to upgrade, because the more you upgrade it, the higher your research speed is going to be. So at level 25 you get a 30% bonus on research, so that's really useful. And obviously military, you want to start getting these other troops unlocked and the bonuses that come with that tree. So definitely recommend keep upgrading the academy. Again, try and keep it in level with everything else, and that way it should start to progress evenly. There we go. So obviously I'm going to need some helps now to finish that off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep doing that, keep building, but I'm going to keep researching at the same time. So I'm going to start researching. Each of them obviously will have their own time limit. This one takes 14 minutes. And then you can ask for help exactly the same as when you do a building. So my academy is now ready for a free build. So I can upgrade that again. The only other thing I'll talk about at this time is talents. So if you click on your hero in the top left corner, you've got a little icon with a star on the left, and that's your talents. So when you level up in the game, you'll start getting talent points and it will appear at the top. At the moment, don't worry about the left side of the tree because it's more for attacking. You're going to want to focus on the right side, which is stuff that's going to be beneficial for upgrading and help early on in the game. So I've done out of 5 food production, but what you really want to start getting down to is construction speed, research speed. These are the two things that are going to massively help you early on. And as you go down, you see you've got resource production, max load and gathering, so that's all to do with resource and how quickly you gather resource, down to more construction speed, more research as you get down lower in the tree. As you can see on the left hand side, it's all about attacking, so you get more attacking stats depending on where your talents sit. Obviously you can reset this at any time by pressing the reset button, but it will cost you a talent reset. At the moment I've got 2. I'm not going to touch it because I've got my talents going where I want them to at the moment. You can buy extra talents and they'll cost you gems or guild coins. Guild coins you collect through guild quests and stuff like that. So at the moment I've got 73. See there, I've got 73,800 guild coins, and there's a whole host of things that you can buy in here for guild coins. Personally, I would save guild coins. Guild coins are really beneficial for things like migration scrolls later on in the game. Relocators are quite useful to relocate around the map, but you see they are quite expensive. So do save your guild coins if you can. They will be beneficial later on. The only other thing I will say when this loads, here we go, is obviously people will be hunting monsters. If you're in a new kingdom with new people, they might not be killing as many at the moment, but obviously when people buy packs as well, you get guild gifts and you get bonus chests. So the bonus chests, you just want to be opening these daily so you don't miss out, because they only have 24 hours timer on them to open them and then you lose them. These give you various items. So you can see there I'm getting some speed ups, some resource, more resource, some monster items, got a relocator there. So the higher the monster, the higher level the monster, the more likely you are to get a better gift out of these boxes. So if you do move kingdoms from a new kingdom and go to an established guild, you will get a better drop of gift. People will hunt better monsters. It's just finding a guild that's going to accept a new player, and obviously there's always people in the game that will help as well. So I'm just going to collect all of them, and these are good because it builds your speed ups up, and they come in handy for, I said, things like events like Guildfest, which is where you get challenges set and earn points for the guild and you get prizes for it. So I think that's about all I'm going to cover for now. I'm going to carry on working these buildings up today, get them as high, and I'm going to carry on researching a bit through that military tree. I should probably do a little bit of monster hunt as well, just so I can start hunting monsters, just because again it helps, and monsters you can find on the map. And this is going to take it, there we go. So every couple of days or every day they'll rotate the monsters. So you can see here we've got the Nososaurus at the moment, and obviously I can't hunt it at the moment because I haven't researched it, so you have to visit the academy. And you see down the bottom the rewards that you can get for hitting this monster. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to get on with that, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks for watching.